Central California.
I'm Rhett Lewis with NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. New England quarterback Drake May made his NFL preseason debut Thursday night versus Carolina. The third overall pick of the 24 NFL draft, played just one series, completing 2 of his 3 passes for 19 yards with no touchdowns or picks and an 84 QB rating before exiting. Patriots are the winners over the Panthers 17-3. Another high-profile rookie making his professional debut, Giants 2024 first-round pick, wideout Malik Neighbors had a quiet night before he was pulled from the game in the first quarter. LSU product didn't record any catches and wasn't targeted during his time on the field in the Giants' 14-3 win over the Lions. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says he is in no hurry to work out a new deal with star wideout CeeDee Lamb. As the Pro Bowl wide receiver remains a holdout in search of an extension, Jones met the media Thursday and said, quote, "I don't have any urgency to get it done." As Jones's comments spread across social media, Lamb tweeting a response of, LOL. This has been NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
It is a Friday. Made it to Friday. It's the 9th day of August, 2024. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. Jared. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Heading into a weekend.
Happy Friday.
Let's see. What am I going to do this weekend? Nada. Just kick back and pretty much do nothing.
Not a darn thing.
Yes. So what's happening in the news of the world? The astronauts who traveled to the International Space Station on Boeing Starliner spacecraft could be stuck in space until 2025. NASA could be forced to wait and pay Elon Musk's SpaceX spaceship to rescue them in February. You know, that's going to be about the world's most expensive Uber ride ever, right?
That's got to be it, yeah.
And we'll send the bill to Boeing. Yeah, they seem to have some issues, don't they?
Just don't be a whistleblower. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever seen this. In Palm Springs, there is a statue of Marilyn Monroe. And, well, the city of Palm Springs says they're going to move that statue after public outcry. Yeah. The Forever Marilyn statue depicting Monroe's famous skirt pick, you know, over the ventilation grate in New York has been criticized by locals. They say it's inappropriate because her underwear is in plain view. We contacted the church lady, but she did not comment. Oh, boy. And people have attacked the statue at the Midway Museum in downtown San Diego by Seaport Village. And, art is in the eye of the beholder. And I don't really need somebody to tell me that's good art, that's bad art. You know, I can pretty much decide that for myself, right?
Yeah, we all have that choice, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, things going on around the valley. Yeah, there's actually things happening this weekend in the valley. And I believe Monday, school starts at Central and Southwest High Schools in El Centro.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. School's just around the corner. Get ready.
Yeah. Okay, and our first high school football game will be on Thursday, August 22nd.
All right. It's that time already, huh?
We'll be in Holtville for the Southwest Eagles Holtville Vikings on AM 1230. John and I will be back. John says it's about 40 years. I don't know. It feels like 3 or 4 years to me.
Yeah, you're so used to it, though. It's you've been doing it for so long that,
Yeah,
it's probably all a blur, huh?
I think some of the kids out there playing are grandkids of... Okay, how about some birthdays?
Birthday time.
Comedian David Steinberg, 82. Actor Sam Elliott is 80. I would be a shorter version of Sam Elliott, right? Okay.
Suppose.
Yeah. Singer Barbara, we do look a lot alike. Okay, sure. Singer Barbara Mason, 77. Actor Melanie Griffith, 67. She's always been one of my favorites. Actor Amanda Bierce is 66. And actor Pat Peterson, 58. Actor Gillian Anderson from The X-Files. She might be 56. She might be from the planet Araiza. Yeah. Actor Eric Bana is 56. Actor Thomas Lennon, 54. Actor Liz Vassy is 52. Actor Kevin McKidd, 51. Actor Rona Mitra is 49. Actor Jessica Capshaw is 48. Actor Ashley Johnson, 41. Actor Anna Kendrick, 39. Local birthdays coming up.
Be a part of the Raiders Nation on FM 107.5.
On first and goal, a snap and the toss to the right.
Las Vegas Raiders football
10, 5, touchdown!
on FM 107.5.
Ready or not?
Let's say happy birthday to Ron Jesse, AJ Chacon Jr., Sandra Talamantes, Jose Luis Barraza, Andrew Garcia, Rita Ruiz, Dustin Kern, Sarah Mendez, Jill Pineda, Donna Lawrenson, Elizabeth Villalobos, Jesse Jones, John Hernandez Sr., Lupita Moreno, Mariah Bidenbach, Martha Platero, Melanie Davis, Rita Moreno, Rosa Gamboa, and Melissa Martinez. Happy birthday from KXO. And we mentioned Raiders. Raiders' first preseason game of the year tomorrow, starting at 12:30 on FM 107.5, right across the hall from us here. So let's see if the Raiders can put things together.
Raider Nation.
You got it.
All right.
Okay, and a new report suggests that Americans are more concerned about gaining weight than smoking cigarettes. Well, think about it, Jared. Makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of being thin if you can't look cool while you're doing it, huh?
Marlboro Man. He wasn't overweight.
Yeah. You can look like the Marlboro Man, which I suppose is a whole lot better than looking like one of the hipsters with the man bun, the earbud, and vaping an electronic cigarette, right?
Yeah, much better look, the Marlboro Man.
Okay.
Or Joe Camel, even.
Yes. Okay, how about a look at some news? Ready?
News time.
It's a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. Tornado warnings in Washington, D.C. and ground stops at Reagan National and New York's LaGuardia airports as the remains of Tropical Storm Debbie move up the East Coast. Meteorologist Kelly Cass at the Weather Channel.
We'll easily see some flooding in upstate New York. Along with the flooding, there is that chance of severe weather, including isolated tornadoes that cannot be ruled out.
A third teenager's been arrested in Vienna in connection with the terror plot on a Taylor Swift concert.
Das war der Hinweis vor wenigen Tagen.
Austria's interior minister announcing the 18-year-old joined ISIS a few days ago, like the alleged 19-year-old mastermind. A Serbian competitor died during the half-mile swimming portion of a CrossFit competition in Fort Worth, Texas. Company CEO Dan Fall.
CrossFit is deeply saddened by the death of one of our athletes.
28-year-old disappeared in the water after a 3.5-mile run. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. californiaheadline.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California Headline News. A suspected serial killer already in custody in North Carolina, charged with the strangulation deaths of 3 women in California in 1977. A break in the case involving 73-year-old Warren Luther Alexander coming from matched DNA evidence.
Detectives with the cold case unit on behalf of the Ventura County Sheriff's Department uploaded crucial DNA evidence into that nationwide DNA database. And in this case, a match occurred.
Ventura County DA Eric Nazarenko, Alexander extradited to California this week. Governor Newsom in L.A. helping state workers clean up a homeless camp 2 weeks after issuing an executive order directing state agencies to remove homeless encampments. Newsom vowing to cut off money to counties too slow to get people off the streets.
So where's the urgency? Drop everything else. Get out there and address the number 1, 2, and 3 issue in this state with an intensity of purpose. That's the kind of action I want to see.
Park fire, 428,000 acres now. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
KXO News, El Centro Police Department beefs up patrols. They want you to enjoy the end of summer and upcoming Labor Day weekend, and they're beefing up the patrols. Here is George Gale.
But they want you to celebrate responsibly. To keep the community safe, there will be additional officers on patrol from August 16th through Labor Day. They will be looking for drivers suspected of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. El Centro Police Chief Robert Sawyer said they want everyone to enjoy the end of summer travels and Labor Day festivities, but it is imperative to do so responsibly. Driving under the influence not only puts your life at risk, but also endangers everyone else on the road. The goal is to reduce preventable crashes and save lives. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we are getting more stop signs. City of El Centro has installed more stop signs. It was recently announced the city had installed new stop signs around Central Union High School. The city says they have also installed stop signs in the area south of Interstate 8 near the South Imperial Avenue extension. The new stop signs have been installed at Wake and Cypress Avenue, Wake and 18th Street, and Dannenberg Drive and Cypress Avenue. They say the installations are based on traffic study conducted by the city. Following the opening of the South Imperial Avenue extension, the stop signs are currently covered and will become more active on Monday, August 12th. Enforcement will begin on the same date.
And Jared, instead of popping up new stop signs, I wish they would spend a little bit of time synchronizing traffic lights. There are traffic lights, 8th and Main in El Centro. Mm-hmm. Westbound Main Street oftentimes will go 3 cycles before you get green.
I've actually sat at that light for about 5 to 10 minutes. I want to say at least 2 or 3 songs on our station one time played before the light change, and it would turn green for the other side, but it missed me somehow.
Right. And there are phantom left turn lanes.
Oh yes, yeah.
And where there's nobody there, but everybody is waiting for no cars to turn left. Come on, stop signs are great, but let's get it together with the traffic signals, okay?
Well, you just can't see the ghost cars. That's what it is.
That's it.
KXO local news time, 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Filing deadline is approaching. Candidate filing deadline for the November election. Here is George Gale.
The filing deadline is today at 5 p.m. All candidates wishing to be on the November ballot must complete and submit their paperwork by 5 p.m. tonight. In contests where the incumbent does not file, filing period will be extended for non-incumbent candidates to August 14th at 5 p.m. Paperwork must be filed with the Registrar of Voters Office at the Administration Center in El Centro. For more information, go to elections.imperialcounty.org. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And more on the elections. We have a randomized drawing getting the ballot ready. It is for the general election. On August 15th, the California Secretary of State will conduct a randomized alphabet drawing to determine the order in which candidates' names will appear on the November 5th ballot. In accordance with the election code, the Imperial County Registrar of Voters will conduct a county randomized alphabet drawing to determine the order in which candidates' names for the State Assembly District 36 will appear on the ballot in Imperial County. Candidates, members of the media, and the public can view the process on August 15th in the Registrar of Voters office in the Administration Building in El Centro. The process begins at 11 a.m. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Local news, page 2 and weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place in the valley, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
We got word of a suspicious package in Calexico. Here is George Gale.
According to police, the man claimed that someone had asked him to send the package to an address out of state. Police officers inspected the package and discovered over 1.3 pounds of fentanyl-laced pills. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we have a groundbreaking ceremony. Miraluz Farm Worker Housing Project. The groundbreaking ceremony and tour will be held today in Heber. Miraluz is a $31 million 63-unit affordable housing community for farm workers. The ceremony starts at 10:30 today, and that'll be at 185 Willowbrook Way in Heber. Participating in the event will be Assembly Member Eduardo Garcia, County Supervisors, and Chelsea Investment Corporation. And SDSU IV has a Chicano Studies minor program. The Chicano Studies minor program is being launched this fall. Here is George Gale.
San Diego State University Imperial Valley campus is launching the program. First proposed in 2021, it will mirror the Chicanx Studies program at SDSU, serving an area where census data show Hispanic and Latino residents account for 85% of the population. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we have fire updates. The Burrell Fire and Imperial County strike team has been sent to the Burrell Fire in Kern County. CAL FIRE says that it is now 91% contained. The fire has been burning since July 24th. CAL FIRE says they have determined the fire was started by humans, but they have not said if it was arson or accidental. It has burned over 59,000 acres. The park fire is only 39% contained. It is burning in 4 counties. As of Thursday morning, it has burned 428,000 acres. It was started by arson. And we have news of an indoor event fit for the summer. Beat the heat with an indoor cornhole tournament. It's a fundraiser. It'll be hosted by Friends of El Community Services Foundation and the City of El Centro. The event will be held August 10th, that's tomorrow, in the air-conditioned confines of the Martin Luther King Jr. Sports Pavilion. The event will raise funds for youth scholarships, supporting recreation and library programs. And it'll also support swim lessons, MB registration fees, and library initiatives. The event features recreational and competitive brackets. Teams will compete for prizes and the coveted title of Cornhole Champions. That's it for KXO Local News. KXO News Time 7:49. Weather up next.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask for drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Check out our weekly lunch specials with a soft drink starting at only $8.50. Specials include Bud bottles for only $4.50. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says high temperatures will slightly climb during the next couple of days, peaking on Saturday at readings approaching 110 degrees across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Temperatures starting on Sunday and continuing into early next week will slightly cool off as high pressure weakens. 110 the high in the valley yesterday, 85 the overnight low. Today sunny with a high near 109. Heat index values will make it feel like 113. Look for west-northwest winds about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 89. South wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming calm after midnight. Sunny and hot on Saturday with a high near 113. Heat index values as high as 118. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast. Sunday, sunny with a high near 109. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 92 degrees, 49% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest at 3 to 5 miles an hour. Right now, air quality throughout the region is good. Local news, page 2 and the weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in the valley. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
And then the unthinkable happened.
Oh, no.
As he maneuvered through narrow rows, gliding under low-hanging branches, honing in on his target.
Full body chills.
He lifted his right hand and adjusted his ergonomically placed controls, continuing a productive evening in the orchard protecting this year's crop. Because John Deere's specialty tractors are loaded with options, so you can confidently complete any task in front of you. Uncover more at johndeere.com/specialty.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Padres came from behind again and beat the Pirates 7-6. Meanwhile, the Brewers bombed the Braves 16-7. Giants topped the Nationals 9-5, but it took them 10 innings. Mets beat up on the Rockies 9-1. It was the Reds over the Marlins 10-4. Angels topped the Yankees 9-4. Blue Jays squeaked by the Orioles 7-6. Rays topped the Cardinals 6-4. Mariners tweaked the Tigers 4-3. And the Phillies got by the Diamondbacks 6-4. The White Sox, who tied an American League record this month with a 21-game losing streak, fired manager Pedro Grifol and named former All-Star outfielder Grady Sizemore as his interim replacement. Get rid of the general manager. Yeah, the manager on the field has little to do with working with the players the GM gives him. And the Texas Rangers visited the White House yesterday to celebrate their 2023 World Series victory with President Joe Biden.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
NFL preseason action kicks off today. The Falcons and the Dolphins, Texans and Steelers, Eagles and Ravens. Yeah, and tomorrow on FM 107.5, we will bring you the Vikings and the Raiders. And preseason coverage starts at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. In other news, Hall of Fame golfer Juan Rodriguez, Chichi Rodriguez, passed away yesterday at the age of 88. A character, a magnificent golfer, immortalized, I believe it was on Saturday Night Live, when Saturday Night Live was funny, as Chichi Rodriguez. Anyway, our thoughts to the family, Chichi Rodriguez, passing away at 88, a PGA sportsman and showman. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro. U.S. mortgage rates plummeted this week after weaker-than-expected employment data raised the odds of the Federal Reserve's cutting interest rates next month. It's a big step in the right direction for America's notoriously unaffordable housing market. The standard 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.47% this week. Mortgage financing giant Freddie Mac said yesterday that's down substantially from last week's average of 6.73%, and it marks the lowest level since May of 2023. This week's drop was the biggest since late December. Mortgage rates have steadily fallen over the past several weeks since reaching a 2024 peak of 7.22% in early May. Rates are down from a two-decade high seen late last year. Home prices are sky-high nationwide, and demand for housing still outstrips supply. Despite some steady improvements throughout this year, purchasing a home is out of reach for many buyers, especially those with low incomes living in areas seeing fast price growth, such as San Diego. Yeah, according to data from S&P Global, the situation isn't much better for renters, according to a recent report from the Harvard Joint Center for Housing Studies. So what's happening on the big board? Well, we see green. A little bit of mixed so far, but right this minute we're looking at green. The Dow up 15 points at 39,460. The S&P 500 up 15 at 53.33. The NASDAQ up 33 at 16,693. Gold up $6.50 an ounce. Oil is up 39 cents a barrel. So be careful. Wait till the price drops and then buy a couple of barrels of oil.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Sunny with a high near 109. Heat index values will make it feel like 113. East-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming west-northwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 89. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 113. Heat index values as high as 118. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny with a high near 109. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 92 degrees, 47% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest 3 to 5. Air quality good throughout the region. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. The eastern seaboard's taking on water from what's left of Debbie, the storm system blamed for at least 8 deaths in the southeast. There's flooding in places like Annapolis, Maryland, where this ice cream shop owner says,
right now, the only flow we have coming into the store is from the city's wastewater, from the toilets and the floor drain, but we have plugs for those so that we don't have to suffer that.
Some places are under a tornado watch. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve is at Reagan National Airport outside Washington.
Seeing extensive delays starting to line up at major airports. Looking at D.C., it's about a 30-minute average delay. Newark, about an hour. LaGuardia, about an hour. JFK, 30 minutes.
Now to Arizona, CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez reports Vice President Harris is headed there to campaign. She's just picked up the endorsement of the nation's largest Latino rights group.
It is the first time in its history that this group will endorse a presidential ticket formally. This is the first time they have ever done this for a Democrat or Republican. The organization's co-founder is saying that the reason that the group is doing this is because they want to do everything it takes to stop former President Donald Trump from getting back to the White House.
CBS's Torian Small tells us the former president takes a stop today in Montana.
It's represented by a Democrat who is pretty moderate, John Tester there, but he's in a very tight race. So Trump will be there to convince voters to coalesce around the Republican senatorial candidate.
Overseas, Russia has declared an emergency in its southern Kursk region. The BBC's Steve Rosenberg says it comes after hundreds of Ukrainian troops made their way in.
It's still unclear how many Ukrainian soldiers are fighting on Russian territory or what their objective is. Today, even some of the most pro-Kremlin Russian newspapers admitted that Kiev's surprise assault had achieved some success.
Ukraine says at least 12 people were killed in a Russian missile attack on a shopping mall in the eastern part of the country. A UN group said today July was the deadliest month for civilians in Ukraine in nearly 2 years. A rapper who went to France for the Olympics has had a run-in with the law, as we hear from CBS's Deborah Rodriguez.
Paris prosecutors say Travis Scott was taken into custody at the five-star Georges V Hotel over a fight with a security guard. The guard had apparently tried to break up a scuffle between Scott and his bodyguard.
Checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 13 points. The S&P is up 11. NASDAQ is up 18 points. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling your entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
A new report says the skies are safe.
Forget what you've seen in disaster movies. Researchers from MIT say commercial air travel is the safest it's ever been. Your risk of dying in a plane crash has fallen almost 40-fold since the 1960s. 1 in every 13.7 million passengers globally met with a fatal incident between 2018 and 2022. Back in the 60s and 70s, 1 person died for every 350,000 boardings worldwide. The MIT team says the risk of a fatal airline accident has fallen by 50% per decade ever since. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
After a preseason loss to New England, the plane carrying the Carolina Panthers arrived safely in Charlotte, but it did veer off the taxiway and got stuck in the mud on the way to the gates. No one was hurt. Players and coaches were taking the stairs and then transported to the terminal. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230 KXO.